Hey, this is Danielle and welcome to the free video. So today I'm going to be talking about earnings destruction candidates. These are tickers that are highly likely to roll over and die on earnings. Now, the reason why I'm picking these tickers is because they have a specific pattern. Number one, they were super hot during 2020, 2021. A lot of people came in and bought them at the highs, and those people have been disappointed time and time again. And a lot of them are probably waiting and hoping for it to come back, especially on something like an earnings report. And then when it doesn't, well, hopes and dreams are crushed, as the market's an equal opportunity dream killer. And something like an earnings report is a major catalyst to send the stock exploding pretty rapidly. So, why am I looking at PayPal? Well, Venmo is great. I like PayPal. But it has pattern. Broke into a downtrend, 5% down, 7% down, 20% down. Now, you might ask yourself, surely there's going to be a time to come in and buy these things. Yeah, I'm sure there will be. But right now, it's still going down. Down, down, down. And do you really think that this earnings report is going to fix any of that? This thing has fallen from $310 a share to $87 a share. And, people might be saying, okay, think about the people who bought it last quarter on earnings, or the people who bought it the quarter before on earnings. They're like, all right, well, let me just give it one more quarter. Let me just give it two more quarters. Let's say it's bad again. Boom. At some point, you got to cut losses, right? So with earnings destruction setups, mainly, the number one thing you can do is trade it prior to earnings. So I have been shorting PayPal. I did already take profits at the $100 strike price. I was targeting 87, but I actually didn't trade that second move. I just used it as one of my CNBC trades on the show. But for earnings, there's a couple different things you can do. It's going to depend on where it's actually trading right before the report. With any earnings trade, I do like to wait directly before the report because I want to make sure my strikes are right. So I can't give you exact strikes, but basically this is what I'm thinking. Either A, come in and sell calls. That would be better to do up against resistance. I think the probability of this thing rallying $20 is pretty remote. But obviously, if you're trying to sell a call credit spread, the higher the better. Now, people have also been asking me about buying out of the money puts. Now, that's normally something that I would never do on earnings, but with moves like this, especially going out like a month and buying out of the money puts, on a move like that, something that could definitely come through. So, I will just point out that selling premium in these instances is typically going to be probably the less risky thing, as long as you do it protected. And also because the implied volatility, this is a measure of the implied volatility, it's like the highest it's ever been. So you're getting a lot of juice for those options that you would sell. Now, there's a couple others. It's basically everything in ARK. If you just want to short ARK instead, that would be fine. But when you're looking at Teladoc, this is another example. It's gone from $308 to $60. You might think, you're crazy. Could it go lower? Yeah, it can go lower. Look, it's how many quarters in a row fallen on earnings, and it's now sitting here, basically at the dead lows. It has a squeeze. Let's do this level again. Let's see. There we go. So, that could fall to $40. So there's a trade in there. Let me see. What other ones do I have for you? So we have Teladoc. That was on Thursday. I'll get back to my earnings destruction list. Oh, yeah. So there's Uber. This is another one. This one's fallen pretty well going into earnings. Now, this one's a little bit weird, mainly because it did actually trade higher the last two quarters on earnings. So for something like that, normally I would just wait until after earnings and then try to short it, because it's in a downtrend and you can just ride the trend lower. Another one that I've been trading is Roku. Now, keep in mind, these tickers that have been destroyed, like, you're going to have people coming in and trying to like catch the bottom. So on any day where the market short squeezes or rallies off the lows, it's totally possible for it to be up 4.45%. But that does not in any way, shape, or form mean that Roku is ever again in its lifetime going to see a price point of $490 a share. So, you know, this is a downtrend, following the trend to the downside. It's sitting on the lows. If those lows break, I mean, it could easily be down at 75 to 85. So I think there's a trade in that one. Let's see, there's a couple others. So I hate to say it because, again, I love Yeti so much. It's bouncing off the lows right now. So maybe by the time we actually get closer to earnings, we'll have a better trade setup. But this is also another one on my list. Upstart, same thing. You just have to think, like, how many people bought into this at the beginning, or not at the beginning, but really when the hype was the strongest. And you have to remember that markets move not because they want to, but they move because they have to. And if too many people are on the wrong side of a trade, that's when you get these really big moves. So any of these tickers that, you know, just had so much hype around them and have gotten pretty destroyed and they're down here on the lows, it's like a bad earnings report is all it's going to take for investors to say, I got to throw in the towel. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm trading. If you want to learn more, follow me on Twitter. My handle is @TraderDanielle. Make sure you get the right one because there's a lot of fakers. So it's just Trader and then Danielle, which is DANIELLE. There we go. Try to spell really neatly for you. All right. Other than that, if you want to follow me there, ask me questions, that's where I'll be. Have a great rest of your night. I hope that you make it through this earnings week unscathed, and I hope more than that you enjoy it. And I will see you in the next one.
Hey traders, it's Danielle here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and comment down below. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you will never miss the latest take from our trading experts. Did you know that we provide real-time trade alerts so that you know exactly what we're doing, exactly when we're doing it? Go to www.simplertrading.com to learn more. Good trading, and we'll see you in the next video.